A maid entered, carrying a tray with morning chocolate and rolls. She set the tray down on the bed, and the two ladies positioned themselves on either side of it. Belle watched as Emma hesitantly took a sip of her chocolate. "Emma, could I ask you a question?" "Of course." "And you'll be frank in your answer?" One corner of Emma's mouth tipped up. "When have you ever known me not to be frank?" "Am I not likable?" Emma managed to grab her napkin just in time to avoid spitting out her chocolate all over Belle's sheets. "Excuse me?" "I don't think I'm not likable. I mean, I think most people like me." "Yes," Emma said slowly. "Most do. Everyone does. I don't think I've ever met anyone who didn't like you." "Just so," Belle agreed. "There are probably a few who don't care about my existence one way or another, but I think it's rather rare for someone to actively dislike me." "Who dislikes you, Belle?" "Your new neighbour, John Blackwood." "Oh, come now. You didn't speak with him for longer than 5 minutes, did you?" "No, but—" "Then he couldn't have taken you into dislike that quickly." "I don't know. I rather think he did." "I'm sure you're mistaken." Belle shook her head, a perplexed expression on her face. "I don't think so." "Would it be so terrible if he didn't like you?" "I just don't like the idea of someone not liking me. Does that make me terribly selfish?" "No, but I'm generally considered to be a nice person." "Yes, you are, but—" Belle squared her shoulders. "This is unacceptable." Emma choked back laughter. "What do you plan to do?" "I suppose I have to make him like me." "I say, Belle, are you interested in this man?" "No, of course not," Belle replied, rather quickly. "I just don't understand why he finds me so repugnant." Emma shook her head, unable to believe this rather bizarre turn of conversation. "Well, you'll be able to work your wiles on him soon. With all of the men in London who have fallen in love with you without the least bit of provocation on your part, I can't imagine you won't find success in getting this Blackwood fellow to fall in like with you." Belle murmured. She looked up. "When did you say he's coming to dinner?" Lord Blackwood may not have been born a lord, but he did come from an aristocratic, albeit impoverished, family. But John had the misfortune of being the 7th of 7 children, a position which almost guaranteed that none of life's favours would come his way. His parents, the 7th Earl and Countess of Westborough, certainly hadn't intended to neglect their youngest child, but there were, after all, 5 ahead of him. Damien was the eldest, and as the heir, he was cosseted and given every advantage that his parents could afford. A year later, Sebastian came along, and since he was so close to Damien in age, he was able to share in most of the perks that come with being the heir to an earldom. The Earl and Countess were nothing if not pragmatic, and given the childhood mortality rate, they were aware that Sebastian had quite a good chance of becoming the 8th Earl of Westborough. Soon after, Juliana, Christina, and Ariana arrived in rapid succession, and as it was apparent at a very young age that all 3 would become beauties, much attention was paid to them. Advantageous marriages could do much to fill the family coffers. A few years later, a stillborn boy arrived. No one was particularly happy about the loss, but then again, no one grieved overmuch. 5 attractive and reasonably intelligent children seemed an abundance of riches, and truth be told, another baby would have been simply another mouth to feed. The Blackwoods may have been living in a magnificent old house, but it was a trial each month just to pay the bills, and it certainly never occurred to the Earl to